RJ, Rick, RJ, RJ, you in here? Rick, it's my day for the TV, so I'm going to use it. Rick's not, nobody's here. I'm going to crack on this game. I've been waiting for this game for a while. Starfield, here we come. All right. Do I buy the standard edition or do I get the premium edition? I get to start a couple days early. $30 more. Yeah, I'm going for it. Why not? I'm gonna play a couple days early. RJ, can I use your credit card? RJ's credit card. Where would he keep that? Probably his pocket. God damn it. Rick. Oh, Rick's already got his. Oh, that's good. He's already got his credit card attached to the Xbox. I just got to remember CSV number. I'm gonna guess 152. That worked. Wicked. All right. 139.99 Canadian. Oh yeah. All right, let's play. Oh, 115 gigs download. God damn it. Good thing we got our Starlink. It's only gonna be 3 hours. Oh my god. Can't wait to play this. God, I used to love old cartridge games and you could just like pop it in the machine, turn it on. You just wait and read like the opening whatever. That'd be the end of it. And you could play. Go to cartridges again. This downloading is very inconvenient when it's not convenient. There's nothing I can blow in to make this go faster, you know? God. I bought a brand new Xbox Series X for this. So, is there any other reason to buy a Series X? I don't think so.
2,000 years later.
All right, well, I'm going to play this successively.
An elite team of private detectives.
What if balloons are aliens? Maybe that's the key component we're missing.
Cover-ups.
John's guilty.
Mysteries that need to be solved.
Maybe Mormons need mountains.
Richard, shut up.
So, welcome to a little special episode of Private Dicks. I'm Richard. I'm solo today. We're going to try this by ourselves. We've been buried in our heads in Starfield, so we wanted to kind of talk about it a lot. This is the one I really want to do, the first one, so we can be one of the first episodes out. RJ is currently face buried in the game, I'm sure, and Rick can't come for other reasons. So I feel like today's the day where I try this on my own. And I get a little bit self-conscious with this when I'm by myself because I like write a lot for these episodes and stuff. And I really rely on Rick and RJ to like make it funny because I don't write funny. I'll make jokes too. But like I just write out facts and whatever, and then we make jokes about it. Sometimes I'll throw out a joke when I'm writing because if I think of something on the spot, then. But usually not much. So I've wanted to do this on like a couple solo episodes here and there, just to I don't know, mix it up a bit. I'll do some true crime ones like this eventually, but this seems like a good one to do. We're day 4 into Starfield, and I've put a lot of time into it. And I kind of want to put out a little bit of I don't know, maybe we'll call this a background guide for the newbies that are just getting on that didn't buy the premium edition, like a sucker like I did. Now, really, that's the only thing I can see. There's an art pack or something too that comes with it. But like all that crap I don't care about. I just wanted to play 5 days early. So I was willing to spend $30 to do that extra Canadian. So I understand if you weren't. Like, this is this kind of game. These are the games that I love. This a giant Bethesda RPG like Fallout. I've been a fan of Fallout since Fallout 1, Elder Scrolls. Those games are just killer, man. Follow all the Fallouts I played, you know what I mean? And I really enjoy their worlds that they created, but this is kind of new, a nice thing they did making a new IP for all of us, because then they can like change it up a bit. It's not the same old stuff over and over. which they've done in masses with this game. I've been playing it for 4 days, and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I don't want to give away too many spoilers. That's not what this is going to be about today. I'm going to go through the backgrounds. So when you're creating a character in this, you get a background. And for anybody new starting, maybe you can get a little bit of a laugh from these, because like some of them are awesome. Usually a background in something, like say if you're playing like Elder Scrolls or something, is like you're a half orc and your background is archery. And it's like very vague like that, and you're just a good archer, and maybe you have like another thing, like two different kinds of archers, like long range archer or like battle archer, and then a battle archer would be good with a knife and a bow, or like a long range archer would be like good with like a bow and like, I don't know, like a crossbow, something he's always far away with. So the way they get this game starts is you start, you make your character, whatever. I'm not going to give away too much of the starting. I'll just say make a character. Very, very lots of options. If you want to sit there and fine tune the wrinkles on their face and dimples on their cheeks and size of their feet, whatever, there's a lot of customization options. Honestly, though, the way you look doesn't honestly matter that much, because a lot of the game you're in a spacesuit and everything, your face is covered up. Like, yes, there are moments, but I mean, just my opinion. People want to make that's on you, giver. So you do all that kind of stuff. And then you gotta pick a background, which I found a lot of these were humorous. It was great. A good way of like, I don't know, giving people a fun little thing, because all these backgrounds, like their jobs or whatever they used to do before the whole thing shows up, and they kind of give you some different interactions with different NPCs throughout the game. So it'll give you like, I don't know, you talking to like a chef somewhere, and you used to be a chef, your background is chef. So then maybe you talk about some sort of chefing thing. Does it matter to the story? Probably not. Maybe there's I don't know this yet. I don't know this at all, but I would imagine that there are some background specific quests out there. But like I said, I'm purposely avoided reading too much about this so I could learn it on my own and we could talk about it fresh. So I don't know I didn't go reading the lore or whatever. I'm learning as I go. We're 4 days in. But so they give 21 different backgrounds. Like, that's a lot. I don't think I can go through all the backgrounds, but some of them overlap. It's just depending on what your play style is. They'll give you 3 of your starting skills per background. What I do like is they thought of they thought of 21 different things they could, which are fun, and they give them pretty good. But some of them are like, because it's the future, it's set in the future, you could just make up a job like Beast Hunter. Is that a real job? That's the first background they have, Beast Hunter. This guy's background was just a Beast Hunter. Do we have Beast Hunters now? Is that still a job, or is that an hour job, or is that now a job because you're on like planets and you can go kill like different beasts? Is that a real job? Or just like a hobby? What was your job? You like used car salesman and a beast hunter? That's kind of cool. So the description for Beast Hunter, which is the first one, is from the Ashta of Aquila to the terramorphs that plague the whole of the settled systems, hostile alien life abounds. You've learned the skills to track them, find them, and take them down. That's kind of fun. It's like summarize something. Someone spend time. I love that. Someone spend time on all this stuff. It's awesome. And then your starting skills with a Beast Hunter would be fitness, ballistics, gastronomy. Now, as you can imagine, fitness, I'm pretty sure if you eat certain foods, you can get more health. And if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I think running, you get more running because your oxygen levels are better because you're in better shape. I think that's part of what fitness is. And then ballistics, which is a space gun skill, I believe. It's not like, I think small arms and big arms or whatever are the ones for the ground, but ballistics is from the spaceship. And gastronomy, which is making food using ingredients in the galaxy. So yeah, apparently you can get different kinds of ingredients while you're out and about. I have, my guy has gastronomy too, but I find it hasn't been really useful yet, but maybe it will be in a while. We'll talk more about gastronomy later. Yeah, so fitness, ballistics, and gastronomy. I can see how that someone would want that if you want to kind of make food. I don't know why you'd want to make food. Like, the food just kind of sucks in this game. Like, you eat an apple, like restore 2 health out of your 150. Like, ooh, I ate an apple. That was a waste. It's just a waste of a half pound. Bouncer. Here's the description for bounce. Pretty much what you would think, but the description is: you've worked the line at the toughest clubs in the settled systems. Back then, you learned that most non-lethal confrontations can be solved from one of 2 ways: a strong right hook or a more strongly secured door. Your skills for that are boxing, which is pretty much security. So that's like unlocking outdoors, I believe, or like hacking, I guess, into computers, and fitness again. So see how they're overlapping already. Bouncer and Beast Hunter both have fitness. Fitness is very useful, I think. The next one's Bounty Hunter. Description for Bounty Hunter. They put, wherever there are wanted individuals, there are those who profit from their capture. And your quarry knows that in vastness of space, they can run, but they can't hide. So Bounty Hunter's got the skills piloting for your spaceship, which there's a spaceship in this game. Targeting control systems. I don't even know what that one is. Well, I'm sure I'll figure it out, and we'll talk about it again later. And then boost pack training. You have a backpack. It's like kind of like a little mini jetpack. You don't have jetpacks right off the bat, but you can like jump and then shoot yourself up. So the more boost pack training you have, I'm sure your double jump gets better. The next one's the one I actually took, and I'll explain why. It sounds funny right away. The next one's called Chef. Description of Chef is, while the unrefined masses scarf down chunks by the ship hold, you cater to those with a more discerning palate. In your kitchen, countless alien species become true culinary masterpieces. And then your starting skills are gastronomy, which I told you hasn't been really useful yet. Dueling, which is your better hand-to-hand or sword fighting, or like weapon fighting, which that's what I want. I know there's going to be like crazy weapons in this. I'm guessing they're going to get like lightsabers of some sort. And I'm not saying that's the only reason I'm getting it, because I do like the close combat better. It's a lot more fun. You just run at people. But if I'm going to be able to do that with a lightsaber that I hope cuts through shit, come on. Who doesn't want that? So I was trying to look for ones that had sword fighting as their main skill, like your first skill. And I think the only one that had it was Chef. So yeah, so Chef has gastronomy, which hasn't been useful, dueling, which has been so much fun. I'm not gonna lie. I've been killing people with knives. It's been fantastic. Ooh, I got a hatchet. Yes, I do. Wow. Okay, so that's been fun. And the last skill you get is scavenging, which is just you get better stuff as you're looking through boxes while you're walking around the I don't know, wasteland. Or it's not a wasteland. See, I'm still in Fallout mode. It's not, it's the settled systems, or the systems, or whatever, the universe, the galaxy. So Chef is what I picked, and I'm telling you right now, I've been having a lot of fun with the swords, and the scavenging just helps out with cash. So the next one I see on our list is Combat Medic. I'm just going alphabetical here, just because it's easier that way. Description of the Combat Medic. Leave it to human beings to fight over something as infinite as outer space. That's where you come in. You've never been afraid to take on the enemy, but you'd much rather take care of your friends. Aw, the Combat Medic's so nice. Such a good guy. People who pick Combat Medic are probably very nice. Like, oh, I can't wait to heal my buddy in the game. I'm going to heal my buddy in the game, and then we're going to go. And I'm going to have my partner. He's going to be all healed up, and he's going to watch my back because I'm watching his back. And help my buddies out in the game. That's who picks Combat Medic. So yeah, your starting skills with the Combat Medic are pistol certification. So that would be your pistol gun. That's what I'm saying. Ballistics would be for the spaceship. So pistol certification and medicine, which is actually nice because then your healing goes up quicker. And wellness, which I don't remember what wellness is. I would pull it up, but I'm not going to, because I want us to all learn together here. I'm just giving you what I've done. So like I have certification, but it's not pistol, but I do know it's useful. It makes your weapons work better. So yeah, and medicine's just fantastic all the time. And then I think your medicine, also the higher medicine, you can make better like pills and stuff, and like at a pharmaceutical table. So yeah, medicine probably good. I wouldn't pick that. You know what I mean? That's kind of lame. I guess medic might be nice, like to get better healing, because sometimes, but I fight hand to hand. So yeah, anyways. So next one, Cyber Runner. Description of a Cyber Runner is Cyber Runner was almost a pick for me because it sounds cool. Cyber Runner. But then you listen to the description, you're like, eh. Description: from Neon to New Atlantis, the Megacorps stand as monuments to power, prestige, and profit. You've worked for and against them, on the inside and out, often sacrificing conscience for credits. And your skills would be stealth, which is like sneaking around, and security, which is, like I said, hacking computers, and theft, which is like pickpocketing and stuff like that. Those actually, Cyber Runner I almost picked, because I do love to do that too in these kind of games. Just sneak around, kill people from behind. It's kind of nice. Get a nice knife and just, good night, fake computer guy. that I don't know, technically maybe wouldn't have shot at me, but since it's a computer game, I know he will, so I have to kill him. Next one's a cyberneticist. Description: robots, mere toys. Neuroamps, good for parlor tricks. The colony war may have made implants and upgrades available to veterans, but you once saw a greater future. Humans and machines as one. The starting skill on that one is medicine, which we talked about earlier, security. See, there's a lot of overlapping having. And then lasers, which, I don't know if that's laser rifles, because I don't think it is. I think that's for your spaceship too. So you'd be like, this one here is like not good. I honestly, why? All this stuff you can pick up later. You don't have to get security or medicine to be your. I guess like security might be good if you find a heavy door right off the bat, like a medium security door or whatever they call them, like maybe or something. But I don't know, man. Honestly, no thanks, not for me. Next one is diplomat. Description is: the wars are over. Peace now reigns in the settled systems, but only because there are those quietly fighting to keep it. Because of you, agreements were signed, words were heeded, lives were spared. But diplomat's kind of like, I guess, like the reason I would pick diplomat because their skills. Their skill is persuasion, which I do like to be able to talk my way out of things sometimes in that, because you just get way more experience. Usually, like when you do a dialogue, because I've been pushing persuasion on my character, so I know. So when you do a dialogue, whatever, when you have to like convince them, like persuade them, you get like 150 XP for that. That's pretty good. Usually you're gonna have to fight your way out of that, and there's maybe 10 guys, and you get 10 experience per guy, maybe 20 on the last two guys, so maybe 120, and then you had to get shot a bunch and you lose a bunch of health. Why would you get more experience just to like talk it through, and then you could go quick? So like use that when you can. I don't know, like maybe it becomes less worth it as time goes, because like you could just beat them anyway, and it's the more strong the bad guys are, the probably more they're worth for experience. But like so far I've been using persuasion pretty well. It's pretty good. So then the next one's commerce, which I'm guessing is like buy sell price is better. Meh. And then wellness, which I'm not really sure which one that one is again. And I'm not gonna find out. I'm not doing it. So persuasion, yes, for diplomat, but like commerce and wellness, like commerce might be good because you use a lot of money in this game you could build ships. Like if you wanted to build a huge crazy ship, you just have to need lots of money. So if you can make commerce work in your benefit, because I find it's really hard to make money in Starfield in a way, because there are a lot of planets with a lot of cities on them, but each city and each place, like let's say you go to a general store on a planet, that you can buy pretty much whatever you want. And there's like basically a general store of some type on every planet. There's also other stores on planets, but they're very specialized, like a gun store, like a provision store, or whatever. But when you go to those kind of stores, like the gun store or whatever, you can only sell guns to them. They don't want, or you can only buy guns from. Yeah, I think you can only sell guns to them. They don't want anything else. And then every vendor only has about $5,000. So if you're like a pack rat and you steal as much as you can, like I do, like you just take everything and then just sell it for $1, who cares? If it's $1, you still got $1, right? Which if I can do it, I will usually, but there's only so much money out there. There's only $5,000 about every week or something like that per place. So you're kind of finding yourself like stealing a bunch of crap and then wasting so much time just like flying from planet to planet, dropping off your junk, your $35 worth of like coffee mugs, that's like not worth it. It would be easier if you could just grab it all, take whatever weight problems you have, because like if you get overburdened in this game, if you take too much on, like you have a weight limit, so then you can't walk, you can't run, you start to lose your oxygen faster. Like it's just detriments to the game if you do that. So if you just rob and pillage like me, you could make a bunch of money, but it just takes longer. If they could just give us one vendor that had lots of money all the time, that'd be fantastic. You know what I mean? Just unlimited money, you just keep selling them stuff. Then I would make so much money. I would like, but they kind of slow you down like that. So maybe this commerce thing is very like a good idea, because then maybe the vendors have more money, or you sell for more. It'd be better if they have more money, like they have $7,000 instead of $5,000. Honestly, the skills in this game are pretty cool. They level up. I think there's 4 levels per skill, and there's like 5 skill trees, and like combat 1, social 1, whatever. And each of the trees have about 20 inside of there, and each of those 20 have about 4. So there's lots of things you can level up, and they kind of like make you level up the way you play, right? So if you pick, I don't know, like me, I wanted to use melee weapons. I pick melee weapons, and then it says there's challenges. It says kill 10 people with a melee weapon. And then as soon as I get that challenge, and the next time I get a level, if I have that challenge, I can like upgrade the skill. So I have to finish the challenge. I can't just level up super fast to get like all the melee. I have to like slowly level it up as I'm killing guys. Because if I'm not using my melee weapon, they won't let me just get like super good with the melee. I have to keep using it. Like the next level's kill 25, the next one's kill 50, kill 100. And then to get to the final level, you had to kill 100 plus whatever ones before you can even get to that level. So I like how they do this. So that's what commerce is probably. That's what I mean. Probably starts at take off. They get 6,000. Each vendor gets 6,000 credits, and then level 2 is 7,000, 8,000, and then 10,000 or something like that. So then you get way more money. That actually commerce, if that's the way it works, that'd be awesome. Probably not exactly like that, but like something similar, I'm sure. And like I said, I'm doing this for the people that are just starting. I just started. I played a bit. I can give you what tips I have. Diplomat on its own, would I pick that? No, guarantee not. Now, next one is Explorer. Description. They said exploration is a lost art. You didn't listen. As the major factions argued over space they desperately tried to control, you were busy uncovering the wonders of the settled systems. And your starting skills as an explorer are lasers, astrodynamics, which just lets your grav drive fly further. The higher levels you get on that. Lasers, like I said, a ship weapon, and surveying, which is another big part of this game where you got to like take out your watch and survey around. So I'm guessing this lets you survey from further away, which is nice. The next background is gangster. Description. You were always disgusted by suckers killing themselves to make an honest wage. As soon as you were old enough to hold a weapon, you took what you wanted from anyone unlucky enough to have it. And the starting skills on this were shotgun certification, boxing, and theft. So shotgun certification, obviously what that means. Boxing, obviously what that means. No-handed weapon. And then theft is stealing out of someone's back pocket. Kind of nice. Boxing might be I might be a gangster next, because boxing, fighting everyone with fists might be just hilarious the whole game. The next background is Homesteader. So the description Homesteader is the discovery of the settled system's many oxygen-rich planets and moons meant humans could live just about anywhere if they had the know-how. You did, and utilized it to great effect. And your starting skills are geology, surveying, and weightlifting. Now, geology is when you survey the land, you look at different things, and there you can look at the fauna, the flora, and all three of those things. Once you survey all the stuff on the planet, like all the plants and animal life and the different things, you get certain boosts. You can sell your survey knowledge. You just know what's on the planet. It's more of a grinding thing. Gets you parts for your space, or for your spaceship, for your planet, for whatever, for your town, your crafting of anything. Gets you all parts for that. So that's kind of a good thing to know. So geology, I guess, would yield you more when you're mining, because you mine a lot in this game. So when you're mining the ore, probably just get more, which is good. And then the second skill is surveying. So probably, like I said earlier, probably lets you get scanned from further away. And then weightlifting is a skill I've been working on with my guy, because it lets you carry more weight so you can scavenge more stuff. So yeah, each time you go up a level of that, it's worth all its weight in gold, because you'll just end up selling all that stuff eventually, that weight worth of stuff. The next background they have here is industrialist. Industrialist, the description. There was a time when all you wanted to be was a titan of industry, maybe a ship designer or megacorp exec. Thankfully, that skill set never goes out of style in the settled systems. So industrialist gets persuasion, which I was talking about earlier, security, I was talking about earlier, and research methods, which you can research different things in this game, like better muzzles for your guns or whatever. So this just probably hastens the research process by needing less material to research. You know, it's whatever. It's okay. That I wouldn't pick that one, but that's fine. Persuasion's nice. Long hauler. Now, the description for a long hauler is: let those hot-headed pilots obsess over their laser weapons and maneuverability. You're a space trucker, pure and simple. pack the cargo, get in there fast, get paid, repeat. Life is simple and good. Lawnmower is actually cool because it gives you weightlifting, piloting, and ballistic weapon systems. So you can carry more stuff and fly around a lot better. Like the space is really cool in this game, which I was a little bit scared of it, but it's hard and it's fun. If you get the hang of it, you feel like accomplished. It's something different in one of these games. So piloting just helps you probably fly around better, more accurate, more maneuverability, which is great. Make more fun for the space because you can literally fly around and you have space battles. It's wicked. It's crazy. You're gonna love the game, guys. If you guys are listening to this day one, you haven't or you're putting it in as you're creating your character right now, dude, you're having fun. Yeah, I know you are because you bought And if you're just jumping in, this is the first time you ever played like a Bethesda game, like that's kind of actually shitty for you because you haven't gone to go back. Once you play through this, you're like, I'm gonna play all the other Bethesda games, and you'd be right to do so. All right, so the next one is Pilgrim, the next background. Description: wayfarer, wanderer, seeker, transient. You've been called many things during your travels and learned something others could never understand. The journey is the destination. There's skills scavenging, surveying, and gastronomy. So it's like 3 things I've been using quite a bit, honestly. But Pilgrim just sounds like you're coming in to like kill the natives off. I can't think of a pilgrim and be like, yeah, I understand. It just, to me, it's a tarnished, it's like a Nazi. It'd be like if they put Nazi in here, like there's skill set like lasers, efficiency, and like gastronomy. I'll be like, okay, but I can't, you still called it a Nazi. I don't know. It's not the same exactly. I get it. Pilgrims weren't like Nazis, but they did some similar shit. The next background we have in here is Professor, and I almost picked Professor just because it's a professor. I call myself Professor if that would have been the case. Description is: you always enjoyed learning, but nothing can compare to the joy of teaching others. As humankind spread throughout the stars, there was never a lack of knowledge to obtain, and you gladly assisted. So starting skills were astrodynamics, which helps you travel faster in space, geology, and research methods, which we've all gone over. Now you see where everything's starting to overlap, and we're almost at the end of these anyway. Yeah, so the next one's Ronin, which is intriguing, right? Description: I should have picked Ronin because this would have been better than Chef. Okay, so Ronin, masterless and unbound. You wander the settled systems as a blade for hire. To some, you were simply a mercenary. To others, a hero. And to a select few, a nightmare they can never wake from. And their starting skills are dueling, stealth, and scavenging, which I should have taken that. I should have taken Ronin. Chef was just a funnier option. Ronin's like cool and badass. You just think badass right away. Then you think Chef is like, okay, Gordon Ramsay, like you're not coming in master chef. You chop up meat, dude. You're not chopping up people. But that's what they want you to think that's going to happen in this game. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I like the chef side of it because it's funnier than Ronin. Ronin's cool. Ronin's way cooler. Chef's funnier. And like I tend to lean towards funnier in a lot of things because you can't take yourself so seriously. So yeah, so Ronin I should have picked actually, but Chef it was. Funnier pick. So next background is Sculptor. Description: with your knowledge of anatomy and skilled steady hands, you could have had a lucrative career as a surgeon. Instead, you followed your heart and created works of art to amaze and inspire. So they're trying to say like sculptors would have been doctors, but they're just too bored. That's too boring, I gotta make sculptures. Okay. Anyways, starting skills with a sculptor would be medicine, geology, and persuasion. I could see the geology. Medicine's a stretch for the sculptor, and persuasion, I guess, if you're like an artist, I guess. Maybe. I'll give it that. Soldier. The settled systems is no stranger to warfare. There's only one thing armed conflict relies on, and it's trained warriors with guns and guts. You had both. Simple, bloody work, and you were getting great at it. So soldiers, you would figure something like that would be like a background in this, right? So starting would be fitness, ballistics, and boost pack training. So we've all talked about all those. So that kind of makes sense for a soldier. Space scoundrels next. They're trying to they didn't want to write Han Solo, but they wrote Space Scoundrel, which like that's what they're trying to get you to think of. Like, description: good, bad, whose right is it to say? If there's anything you've learned while traipsing through the galaxy, it's this: space may look black, but it's really one big shade of gray. And then starting skills are pistol, certification, piloting, and persuasion. Whatever, that's kind of fun. It's a pistol guy. I don't like pistols. It's not a fun weapon to me. Swords, sniper rifles are cool as fuck. Shotguns, you know, I'll take like an assault rifle if it's got like maybe a little bit of a scope. Like I do like that. I'll use them, but they're just like common and boring. You know, sniper rifle not common and boring. Shotguns are just fun, and like swords. Come on. Next one's Next background is xenobiologist. Description: the settled systems is home to untold alien species, and while none of them have yet proven sentient, that never deterred you. So you sought out and studied them for whatever gifts they offered. Their starting skills on a xenobiologist are lasers, surveying, and fitness, which, cool, man. Lasers, dude. I like the lasers in this because that's different, right? I'll take lasers. I'll take like a laser because like they'll make all the same things instead of bullets. It'll just be lasers. So like all the same kind of lasers as I like them, like sniper rifle lasers. The last one is kind of interesting. I thought about picking this one too. I wish I remember what wellness was, but the last one's bracket, square bracket, open, file not found, square black, close square bracket. And the description for this is: oddly, there is no information on file about your past life. Clerical oversight, deletion by some powerful unknown faction, or was there just nothing of note to mention? Whatever the reason, your past is known only to you. What's important is here and now, and the path you're about to forge. Starting skills is wellness, ballistics, and piloting. So, like, that's fun. You know, like I like those are all good things. I'm sure there's different personalities, and the way the skills work, whatever you end up picking for your skills, will help you grow into whatever role playing you want to play. And it's built to do what you would typically want to play, like it gears it toward, like if you're a shotgun guy and you don't pick like shotgun certification, you're gonna always be mad and you're gonna play with a pistol, and then your pistols are gonna get better, so you're just gonna pick shotgun certification later so you can get good with a shotgun. And then because you have to use it, the more you use it, the better you get at it. And that's with all the skills. And maybe one episode when I'm with RJ and Rick, we'll just talk about the skills and how fun the skills are. That's all the backgrounds, and I think they're all pretty interesting. I should have picked Ronin. I see that now. There's lots to this game. This game is huge. This game is so fun. I'm having a great time with it. If you guys are enjoying playing Starfield right now, leave us some messages on our Facebook group, Private Dicks Detective Agency. You can go in there and talk about Starfield a little bit. I'm down for that. If you want to leave us a voicemail or an email, the email is privatedicksdetectiveagency@gmail.com. And if you want to call us, 1-855-PRVTDIX, that's 1-855-Private-Dicks. And leave us a message. Tell us how you're enjoying the game or anything else. If you guys want us to cover anything, send us emails, anything like that. I'm on it all the time. As far as leaving us ratings and reviews, that would be awesome too. I would enjoy that. Help us get some more ears on the show, because I do know the show is great. We just need to get some more ears onto it. And I am no good at self-promotion. I wish I were. So go do that if you can. Help me promote myself. And if you guys want to get some more extra content, we do have a Patreon. You just got to go to www.patreon.com/unethical podcast. You can go on there. You actually get both of our podcasts. We get Private Dicks and Unethical. We get all the uncuts, videos of all the stuff on there for $5 a month. You can't really go wrong on that. Early access to episodes. Just get on there. I appreciate everyone that listens, and continue listening. And I'm like I said, we'll be back to true crime in a couple weeks. I'm just excited for Starfield, so this is what we did. So
I just watched Private Dicks, and I think RJ's the funniest.
what? Come on.